very practical, very easy. And once you kind of see it, once you should be able to use these techniques and start using Facebook to generate ads for yourself or leads for yourself. So we're just going to give people just a few more minutes to come in. We had about 50 RSVPs this morning. So as we allow people to come into the room, just to introduce myself to those who may not know me, my name is Daniel. I help here with London Foster with the marketing. My responsibilities are the social media, headshots, maintaining some of the websites, and assisting you agents with any marketing questions you may have. So as we have more people entering in the room, we're just going to give it just a few more minutes. Thank y'all for coming. The room is starting to fill up now. And so we're going to talk about Facebook advertising. Okay. Now there are some new limitations coming into the Facebook ads, especially for real estate this last year, but don't be discouraged. It's the Facebook marketplace and the Facebook application is still a fantastic way to generate leads because it is the largest social media network out there, right? And now that they've acquired Instagram, they kind of doubled in their size. So we're going to get started in just a few minutes. We have more people coming into the room still. So thank you so much. I know before we get started, we like to first and foremost thank you and then show you a little bit about the back office updates that we have going on, any changes that we have currently. We are working on a new back office. Our broker, Bobby Mahalati, is putting that together and it's going to be rolling out probably the next few months. It is awesome. I know that all of y'all now with London Foster. If you're not with London Foster, please let us know and we'd love to talk to you after the meeting about signing up. But as you know, our back office is the easiest, simplest, most organized back office that I've seen with any real estate brokerage. So we're just going to make it even more simpler, more easy to use and more user friendly. So be on the lookout for that. All right, so it's past 10 o'clock and I don't want to keep you all any longer. So anyone who has not joined the room, they can watch this video in the back office after we complete. So good morning, Misty. If y'all have any questions, please feel free to use the chat feature. I will unmute everybody at the end and open it up for questions. But this is going to be a very simple step-by-step tutorial on Facebook ads on how you can generate leads. And we're going to go ahead and get started. So I'm going to share my screen for a second. Let me get my internet up. All right. Let me log into Facebook real quickly. Logging out and switching to the business account. Okay, once I'm logged in, I will go ahead and start sharing my screen. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. And we are now logged in. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and hit share screen, and we're going to share the internet. All right. So, Facebook advertisements. In order to do a Facebook ad, okay, we're not going to go into the details on setting up your business account. We'll do that in another training. This is going to be just strictly on advertising. But if you have your Facebook account, right, so you have your normal page here, you would go to your pages, which is your London Foster business page. We have more people coming into the room. Excuse me as I let them in. Okay, perfect. So in order to do any advertising, you have to have a business page. Okay, now this business page is set up separate from your personal page, and you would connect your business page to your Instagram social media to have them work together in unison. Okay, and this is how you create ads through your page. So we're going to go to the ad center. All right. Now, I want you to understand that this ad center is the simple way to do an ad. We're going to go into the detail work here in a moment, because once you understand the detailed way of doing advertising on Facebook, this is just kind of like the super fast generic way where you can just go to the ad center, click create an ad, right? And then it gives you very limited choices. Okay, we want to have more choices, and we want to be able to control our demographic, our target area as much as possible. And we want to have more choices on creating an ad. Okay, so where we're going to go is to the ads manager. Okay, now this is going to be your account, your ads account with Facebook. And this is what it looks like. Okay, so let me make sure I'm in the right account. All right. So let's go ahead and create an ad. We'll just start from the very beginning, create. Now, as you see, it's going to give you various topics to choose from. And you get, as you can see, it's a lot more than where it was just a moment ago when we just click create an ad, right? We just have a few choices here. But when we get into the ads manager, we have much more detailed ability and campaign objectives, okay? So this is where you're gonna want to start. So for this particular training, we're gonna go with lead generation. Okay, I know leads is a big thing. A lot of realtors want to know how can they generate their own leads, and that's what we're gonna talk about today. So we'll click the lead generation. All right, now it's gonna ask you to name your campaign. This is super important to do because you wanna make sure that everything is as organized as possible, and so that way when you go back in time to look at your advertising to see how it's tracking, to see how it's converting, you want to know exactly which one that you're looking at, right? So we will name this campaign. Let's name it custom list of homes for under 500K. All right, for example. Now, the ad set, you want to also name this as well, because this is how it works. First, you have your campaign, which is what we just titled it, right? Then you have your ad set. Your ad set is your target demographic. This is who you're going to be targeting and where you're going to be placing the ad online. Then you have the actual ad itself. So that's how it's broken down. We're naming the campaign, which houses the ad set and the ad. The ad set is going to be your target demographic, okay, and your placement. And then you're going to actually create your ad for the last step. Okay, so let's go ahead and name this ad set, and we can name this, let's just say Miami buyers. Okay, because we're in Miami, and so that's what we're going to use. Okay, and then for the ad itself, we'll say Miami buyers ad. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit continue. So now you have your campaign name put in here. Next, we're going to talk about the special ads category, which is the very next item down. This is unfortunate, but since we're in the real estate business, there are certain categories which you have to select the special ad category in order for your ad to run. If you're doing anything that has to do with credit, employment, housing, or social issues, you have to use a special ads category. And unfortunately, what this does, it does not allow you to target people based off of sexual birth. Like if you're a male woman, you cannot target anyone for their income, and you cannot decrease your radius search size. So I'm going to show you that and show you where you see that. But just know that in order for you as a realtor to run an ad, you have to select the special ads category, or else it won't go through. And these are new rules that just happened last year, right before the pandemic. So You can skip the campaign details, the buying type, leave it as auction, campaign objective, that's our lead generation. Don't worry about split A/B test or your campaign budget optimization. This is just the campaign budget optimization is just something that you really don't need to worry about. And the A/B test is something that you could do, but we're not going to talk about it today. But basically what the A/B test is, it allows you to set up 2 different ads at the same time and have them run simultaneously. So that way you can see which one's being most effective. And then you can decide to cancel one of the other and put the rest of your budget towards one. But we're just going to go very simple, and we're just going to set up a lead generating ad. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and mute your microphone 1 second. Okay. So we'll hit next. Okay. So now we're in the ad set, which at first was our ad campaign. Now we're in the ad set. We're going to click on instant forms, okay, because basically you're going to be putting out a form where people can input their own information online and you can capture that lead. Okay. You can set it up for calls. You can have people calling your phone directly if you set your number up or your WhatsApp, or you can have an automated chat to let people message you through Facebook and set up an automated message to an automatic response to you. But I really like the instant forms because this is how you can get leads to input their information, all the information you want, their phone number, email, their name, and it gets sent right to you. Okay, organized and well put together. Next, you're going to make sure you select your page. This is why you have to have a business account in order to link your Facebook page to your ad. Okay. And then you have next dynamic creative. Okay. I wouldn't worry about this as well because you don't want to give yourself too much to worry about. Like I feel like with agents, you know, they kind of stress themselves out, you know, trying to do too much. Keep it simple, keep it easy, and that's how you're going to be the most effective. So I would just even skip over this. Okay. Now your budget and your schedule. If you're in a heavy populated area such as Miami, you know, maybe Tampa, any hot markets right now, the recommendation for your daily ad spend is $20 a day. If you are in a not so populated area, maybe, you know, Port St. Lucie, or, you know, maybe one of the smaller West Palm Beach areas, $10 to $15 a day should work pretty well. But here in heavy populated areas like Miami, like I said, $20 to $25 a day is how you're going to get the most effectiveness. Okay, so you get to set your daily budget for as much as you want to spend. Okay. Now, make sure that you always set an end date for your campaign. All right. I wouldn't want a campaign to run longer than a few weeks, to be honest. You want to put enough money down up front in a window of a week or 2 weeks to see how that campaign is actually working for you. And then you can decide if you want to put more money into it or not use it anymore. But running a campaign for a whole month, it's going to take a long time for you to get that data, right? So you want to get as much data as quickly as possible with a good enough budget. But make sure you put an end date, because if you don't, you'll be spending money and not even know it, right? So make sure you put an end date to your campaign. So if we were going to start this, let's say we were going to start it today, and we need to go a little bit ahead in time. So we'll say by 12 o'clock noon, we should have this up and running. Okay. And then our end date, let's see. So I'll do probably like 2 weeks out. So maybe, you know, you decide, but we'll just say on the 1st of next month. So for the rest of this month, we want to run this ad, spending a daily budget of $20 a day. You can also change your budget to a lifetime budget. So you're basically telling this campaign, I want to spend a maximum of $300, right, between this date and that date. Okay. Or you can do a daily budget and it's going to allocate those funds throughout the day. Now you're going to create your audience. Now you are able, as you see here under my audience, I have a lot of different custom audiences that we've created for London Foster throughout, throughout my time here. And these are custom um, to our audiences, but you can definitely create your own. Um, you want to note that here under someone's microphone, if you don't mind muting yourself, I can hear it in the background. Thank you so much. Okay, so as you can see, for age and gender, you cannot change the. I'm sorry, I'm getting so much feedback. I don't know if someone has their mic. Okay, perfect. You can't change the gender. You can't change the age. Okay, so that stays the same. Okay. So yeah, so that's why you have a special ads category. It won't let you change those items. So you have to keep those on. Now, detailed targeting, this is where you can add in any interests or behaviors of your target demographic. One of the most popular ones to do would be putting here Zillow, right? Because your client or your potential clients are probably looking at properties on Zillow, right? So you can target that audience. You can also put realtor.com, right? You can target that, and that's a good recommendation for detailed targeting. Now, if you weren't doing real estate specific ads, you could get even more detailed in your interests and behaviors in targeting. But since we have this special ads category that we chose earlier, we're kind of confined. Okay, languages, you can put in English. If you're looking for, if your business is tailored to Spanish speaking people, you can do Spanish. You can do both. This is where you're able to control which languages that you want to connect with. And then next is your placements. Okay, it's going to ask you, where do you want to place your ad? I do not recommend putting automatic placements because this is Facebook's way of them spending more of your money, right? You want to be in control on where your ad is being delivered. So I'll hit manual placements, and just note that from my research and from my experience doing ads with London Foster, I would take all these off, okay, and just start from the very beginning. And these are the ones that you need to worry about the most, okay? I honestly wouldn't even do stories or reels. And this is for lead generation. If we're trying to do other campaign strategies, we would change it. But for lead generation, these are the best three places to do your ad. Okay, and that's going to be the Facebook newsfeed, Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook right column. I would take out the video feeds. Or Instagram Explorer, I'm sorry. These are going to be the most used places for your ad to run. And you can even do Instagram feed if you'd like. And I wouldn't do any of the other ones, to be honest. This is what generates the most leads, or people wanting to input their information to you. Okay. So once you have that, you can even skip optimization ad delivery, but it's going to tell you right here your reach. So estimated daily results. so far from just putting in my information. I'll take away the in article, take away the search, take away the in stream. So yeah, we only want to focus on these feeds here. Facebook news feed, Instagram feed, Facebook Marketplace, which is a really big one, Instagram Explorer. Okay. So here's your potential daily reach here. 740 to 2,000 people. Leads, it's estimating anywhere from 5 to 19 leads per day. Okay. So these are pretty decent results. So we'll go ahead and hit next. And now we're going to go to creating the ad itself. Okay. So make sure that you have your Facebook page selected. Make sure it's connected to your Instagram account. Okay. Now we're going to input our ad. So I'm going to change this media. And I'm going to upload a single photo of a home. Okay. You would want to put in a picture of a property that is similar to a listing for that 500K. Because remember, our ad is custom list of homes for under $500,000. So you want to put a house or a property photo. I just pulled this from online real quick just to, just to input here. But you want to use just a normal house. You don't want to do anything super extravagant because you're targeting people with a home looking for 500K or cheaper. And that's a pretty good number because, people who are trying to downsize, that's a good number. People who are trying to first time home buy, that's a pretty decent number. Anyone who's serious looking for real estate under $500,000 is a pretty good number to fish for people who are above that and below that. Okay. Once we have our photo here, you can also choose to do a carousel, which is multiple photographs. And some people think that that's best. But when you're doing a call to action, when you have a sign up button or learn more button, a single image translates the best. You don't want to give them too much options. You want them to see the ad and either decide to click or move on. Okay, so one single picture should be good. So now we're going to do the text. Okay, so we'll say for the primary text, most popular listings under hold on, sorry. For the primary text, I took my notes here. I would put attention, Miami properties are flying off the shelf. I want to make sure you see the hottest, newest listings in Miami. All right, something like that. Now, I would like to add in here, I'm not sure how to do it on my laptop, but I would want to add in here some emojis. I know the best way for me to do that is to also just text them to myself. I'm not sure how to, I did it earlier, but how to put the emojis through your laptop. So I just sent myself the emoji. You can copy it and paste it right in there. Attention, Miami properties are flying off the shelf. I want to make sure you see the hottest listings in Miami. Then I'll put maybe and the reason why you want to put these emojis is because it makes it a little bit more fun. It makes it a little bit more nice to look at. I'll put another one and say something like, this is a list of the most popular listings for under 500K. And then I'll finish it off with something like, click the link below to get your free list, right? And then lastly, I'll put like, I'd put probably like a little finger down, pointing down, because the reason why is because you're gonna have a link for them to click, and you want them to kind of know to go down, to click on that link, right? That's gonna be our primary text. And then our headline could be something like, you know, little house, most popular listings for under 500K. Okay. So you can kind of see now how your ad is starting to unfold, right? You see your text here at the top. You see what your headline is, most popular listings for under 500K. Now for your description, you can just, this is optional. You don't have to put it, but you can also just copy and paste what your primary text is as a description. And then your call to action button. The most converted call to action button is the learn more button. Okay, that's the one that most people click on more than the others. And the other ones don't really pertain, like book now, apply now, subscribe, sign up, get offer, get quote, right? This is going to be the most appealing out of them. Okay. And you can kind of see how the ad's coming together, as you can see, right? It's starting to look pretty good. So tell us where to send people immediately after they tap or click your ad. Okay. Now, this is why having your own website, your own IDX website is so important. Okay. Because you're going to be using this ad to send people somewhere. You want them to go to your website. You want them to go to your landing page. You want them to go anywhere that's going to secure that lead for you. Correct. So one of the benefits of London Foster is we offer the IDX integrated website for only $39 a month. That's a steal. It's a really great deal. And when you have your own professionally branded website, you can now send people directly to your webpage and secure that lead. Okay, that's why it's so important. So what we'll do is we'll create a form. Okay, forms for credit, employment, or housing. Hit continue. We'll say form name. So Miami popular homes in Miami for under 500K. Okay, and we're titling everything. We're keeping everything clean and neat. So that way you can always go back and know exactly what your ad is. Customize your own form for more volume or higher intent. So if you use the volume, use a form that's quick to fill out and submit through the mobile device. So that's probably going to be the best one. Or add a review step that gives people a chance to confirm their info. I'm going to look for more volume. Right? You want to get as many leads as possible. If you want higher intent, if you want even more serious of a lead, then you could click higher intent. But I'm going to click more volume for this. So the intro. For the intro is asking, what image do you want to use for this form? Do you want to upload your own image, or do you want to use the image from your ad? And if you pick a nice image for your ad, it's going to look just like this. Okay, it looks good. Now you have your greeting. So let people know why they should complete this form. Okay, so I would say something like, thank you. Click below for your free list of homes in Miami, right? Or wherever your target is, right? Or a free list of homes, and just keep it just like that. So it stays only 2 lines. You don't want to put that much text. You want to keep it as simple for people as possible. And then for description, you could say something like, you know, let us know if you would like to book a private tour, private viewing, or if you're looking for something specific, feel free to call, text me at 0000000, or email daniel@londonfoster.com. Okay. You can put in your questions now. So this is when people are filling out the form. You want to make sure you get as much information from them as possible to make it a lead. And it's not really a true lead until you have a name, phone number, and email, right? So I'll add a question, a short answer, question. Questions, pre-filled questions. Okay, here we go. They're right here. So email, I like to put the name first, and then you want to add phone number as well. And phone number. Cool. I like to put the phone number first. All right, so full name, phone number, email, and now you have their contact information. Okay, we're setting up that ad. Next, you're gonna need your privacy policy. So this is because you'll be collecting customer information, and you need to include the link to your company's privacy policy, and your link will appear in the Facebook's default. Your link will appear with Facebook's default privacy disclaimer. Okay, so if you have your own IDX website, okay, for example, we're going to use Bobby's. Because I'm unfortunately I don't have an IDX web page. I'm not a realtor myself, but we can still use this. Okay, so if you go down to the bottom of your website, okay, you'll have a consumer protection privacy section, okay, with the accessibility. You would click this and you would copy this link, okay? So copy, go back to Facebook, add the link, and the link text will say privacy policy, okay? You have to do that to protect these people, okay? Once you do that, you can finish off the last part, which is the completion. So thank you, you're all set. You can visit our website for the exit form now. Call to action, visit website, and now you would add a link. So what do you want these people to get? So basically, you're sending them as the whole part of this lead capture was popular homes in Miami for under 500K, correct? So now you go to your own website, your own personalized IDX. Go Bobby, my real estate platform. Okay. You go to your listing search. And now you're going to put in your price minimum. Since you're doing homes for 500K, I would either do $100,000 less or maybe 50K less, but you want to give it that range. So I'll say from 400,000 to the max of 500,000, right? Because that's the ad that we're putting together. The city, if you want to get specific to any zip code, neighborhood, address, whatever you'd like, feel free. But we'll say Miami for this one. And then it's gonna auto populate, right, the most popular listings for that $500,000. Okay, so then you'll just take this link, you'll copy it, go back to your ads manager, and you'll add the link there. All right. So whenever someone fills out this form, you're gonna get notified with all their information, and then they're gonna get sent that link to your website with those properties on it. And now they can look on your web page at these different listings. Okay, so that's the benefit of having your own IDX website. And then that's it, you're done. Doing this setup with that campaign budget for at least the 2 weeks, you will get leads within 24 hours, almost guaranteed. Okay, but you need to make sure that when you're doing these ads, you don't go over, like, don't, with the photo of the house and all that, pick something that's comparable to what the market is right now, right? Pick a price point that is available to multiple demographics and multiple incomes, okay? And this is how you can set up your lead. You just hit publish, and then it's gonna go out, right? Then you're gonna be able to track how, I'm gonna cancel this out, exit out, but you're gonna be able to track from your ads manager, once you completed it, how well that ad is going. Okay, and that's gonna be look like over here. Discard the drafts, and this is where you can have, like, for example, we have one of these ads right here that's still active, 495 link clicks, right? A reach of 150,000. It gives you your results. And with an average cost of less than $1 per click, which is a really good conversion rate. So this is how you could go and see previous ads you did before, etc. Okay, but that's pretty much the basics on how to set up a Facebook ad to generate a lead, right? And it works really well. Good friend of mine, she recently joined London Foster. She just got into the business. She's 2 months in, and she's already closed, 4 rental deals and got her first listing from doing phone calls and from these types of lead generation through social media. Okay, so I hope that kind of helps a little bit. I hope that kind of guides you through how to generate a lead through Facebook using advertising. If y'all have any questions, I want to open it up for you all now. So feel free to unmute yourself, ask any questions, comments, concerns. Will the recording be available to us after this meeting?
Yes. I was just going to say that. I was just going to say that. I've been getting people texting me. All of our recordings, just so everybody knows, every single training that London Foster does is recorded. Daniel edits it, and then it is added under londonfoster.net under education. You can usually go to the bottom of the list and you will find our most recent trainings. Thank you. Daniel, I wanted to congratulate you. Great training. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great opportunity for people that have never written or done an ad to actually see the way it works. I also wanted to mention that Daniel mentioned at the beginning of the training that this was like the step 2 of Facebook. In other words, if you have not set up, and if anyone wants to raise their hand, if you have not set up a professional Facebook page or professional Instagram or professional Twitter or professional LinkedIn, highly advised. And Daniel, I don't know if you could share your screen real quick and show them where it is. But if you go under londonfoster.net, under education, all of those trainings are there. So if you have not set up your Facebook, if you have not set up your Twitter, your LinkedIn, or your, what's last one? Instagram, please go to londonfoster.net. I believe, Daniel, correct me, it's under education?
Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and share the screen right now.
Or is it under social media, under marketing? I always forget. But it's under there, and we've created a page for each one where we detail by detail explain to you, like, like what they call real estate for dummies. We actually sit there and say, okay, this is how you open an account. So if there's anyone here that does not have an account yet, is it there? I think it's under, maybe, yeah, it's there.
Under the education tab, you can scroll down Facebook for business, LinkedIn, Twitter for business, Instagram for business.
Yeah, I can't see that, but I trust you because I can't see that. I can't see that small. But yeah, guys, it's really important that if you have not created those, create those. Start filling them up with content. And then one last thing I wanted to advise is that a lot of agents constantly say, "Oh my God, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do." Under marketing, Daniel has provided people with images that are really, really useful. They're all the way at the bottom. It says LF social media page. And it's, just great content for you to share. And then lastly, Daniel, I don't know if you can show my page, the memo.londonfoster.com. When you have a London Foster website, which we do through a third-party vendor, one of the great things is that anything that is on this website, I can now share on my social media. So if you scroll down a little bit, if you look at a property, for instance, you can click on that property, any property. Let's look at the, whatever. That URL, I can now copy and paste it. And if you go all the way to the bottom, you're able to share it also. You see that all the way to the bottom? You can see all the little social media links on it. And you're actually able to share it in one step. So having a London Foster created website page, write that right there, is just the easiest way to create content. You can't think of what to say? Well, guess what? Pick a property, any property. Obviously, try not to pick one in Orlando if you live in South Beach. That's not a good idea. But pick one that's in your circle and advertise it. Maybe put $5 on it, see how the traffic is. And Danny, if you want to go all the way to the top, and again, I'm just showing you mine because this is the one that I'm friendly with. But if you go to my blog, this website automatically gives you a CRM, an email functionality, and a blog. So it actually writes content for you. So I can pick on any of that blogs and share it. So I just think it's a great idea for you guys to start thinking of how can I create new content. And then the last thing I would recommend, which I always do in my London Foster 101, is, Misty, she goes out and sees properties. Samantha, she's out looking at properties. Patricia, you guys are all out on the street. So, why not take your camera, do a 10-second video that says, hey, my name is Logan. I'm the London Foster Realtor for Fort Lauderdale, specializing in the beach area. I'm now about to show a 6-bedroom condo in the sky. Add the link to your website, put the London Foster logo in the front, put your business card in the back, and you just created original content. And you can do that all day long. Take advantage of the fact that you're busy and you're showing and the clients are super hot right now. That being said, Daniel, are there any other questions?
Let me see.
I've run a few ads before and I've given me some great nuggets to improve results. Thank you, Logan. That positive reaffirmation is great to receive.
And if anyone, and if any agents, that are here that don't have, their Facebook page, their business page set up or anything like that, feel free to reach out to me. I can help you with that. I cannot help you manage it, but I can definitely help you set it up, right? Or if you want me to review it, if you want me to check something out and say, hey, what do I think about this? Feel free to ask. That's what I'm here to do. I'm more than happy to help you with that. But again, I can't manage your page for you, but I can definitely help you set it up. And then if you have an ad running and you want to say, hey, you know, I want you to kind of check this out. You know, am I doing this correctly? We can hop on a Zoom call. You can share your screen and you can show me what you have, and then I can, you know, give you my insight on what I believe, you know, could be more effective for you or whatever have you. One
Daniel,
thing
maybe add your info to the chat so people have
yeah,
it.
I definitely will. And also I want to just let, you know, all the agents know, I know we didn't talk about all the different various type of campaign styles for getting advertisements. Like we didn't talk about videos. We didn't talk about, do we have a CRM with London Foster? Yes, Patricia, we do. Memo mentioned that the Playster website for $39 a month comes with a CRM. Comes with one. So if you're interested in getting one or want more information, go to your back office under the marketing section. You'll see IDX website. There you'll get more information about the IDX webpage, everything that it includes, and then you can purchase one through us. To show you something that y'all like a lot, and it just kind of goes to show how much London Foster empowers our agents in so many ways. If you go to that third-party vendor, this is who we use, Playster, and you know they're recognized as a very good quality business. They have a great product, but if you click on pricing, just for the starter plan, which we start our agents off with for $39 a month, it costs $64 a month, and they charge you to set it up. We set it up for you complimentary with London Foster. That's one of the benefits of being an agent, that we will get the website up, running, functional for you for free. They charge you for that. Not only do they charge you, but you have to pay $64 a month, whereas with London Foster, you're only paying $39 a month. Okay, and we're able to give you that discount because Bobby had the foresight and knowledge to buy a lot of these websites in bulk ahead of time so that we can offer it to you for the cheaper price. Okay, so if you are interested in getting that website, remember, just go to the marketing section in the back office. Okay, you're going to click on My IDX website, which is the third tab down. And for only $39 a month, your website comes with a CRM, the ability to have automated marketing, as well as lead capture. You want to have that turned on. So whenever people come to your web page, they have to input their information, right? And then it gets uploaded into your CRM. You fill out the form here. We usually get one of these websites up and running for you within 24 to 48 hours. It asks for like at least 10 days to help us get it done, but we get it done much quicker than that. So if you decide to get a website, this is where you go to purchase your web page. Okay. And again, that's done through Playster. And we're more than happy to set it up for you for free. But once you get it set up, you'll sign in through your own account. And now you can change or update or whatever you want to do, customize your website however you'd like. Just like how Memos has his, Memo customized his web page to make it look, you know, tailored to his style. And he did a great job, right?
Thank you.
So,
yeah, just two things on that. If you look at Bobby's, and I don't know, Danny, if you want to show Bobby's, it's bobby.londonfoster.com. This is the way you receive the website. Guys, what I did was on purpose. I chose everything the opposite of the way that Bobby's looks so that we could have 2 points of comparison. And it took me maybe 35 minutes to change my entire website. I changed the font, the color, the style. I added my own photos. I created a page for each neighborhood. It took me 35 minutes. It's super, super, super simple to do. Do we get all the broker listings from our office? Patricia, the way that works is no, you cannot advertise anyone's listing on your own unless you have written authorization. What you can do, and this is the great thing about having your own website, is I can go into my website and look up your listing and share it on social media. Because in that instance, what I'm doing is I'm sharing my webpage. What I can't do is look up your listing, Patricia, download your photos, create ads without your authorization. And it has to do with the ethics contract that you sign when you become a realtor. And it also has to do with copyright law of photography. Even though you might say to me, Memo, use them, it's cool. If you didn't take the photos, you don't own the copyright. What you own is a license. So it's actually now being very strictly monitored by the association, and everybody runs their own. Oh, but people do it all the time. Listen, I'm not telling you people don't, disobey the rules. I'm telling you not to speed on the highway, because this is what the association is doing now. They're very, very, very strict about you not stealing or borrowing or whatever people's things. Does it default to courtesy of? Yes. Automatically, the moment you use IDX, it'll say this listing does belong to. But I'm going to tell you right now as a consumer, and I'm telling you right now as a realtor, none of your clients are looking at that. I use my website and advertise my website like crazy. Like if I met you, Logan, at a bar, the first thing I would ask you is, oh, where do you live? And you're going to tell me, I live in Coral Gables. And right there, I'm taking notes. And right then I'm looking the Coral Gables link and I'm sending you a message going, hey, Logan, it was great meeting you. By the way, look at my website. These are all the properties in Coral Gables. And I do this all day long. Why? Because I want to drive traffic to my site. Okay. So guys, before we go, I'll go ahead.
Like what Memo just said, how it says courtesy of, you can't get rid of that. But if you scroll down, the only agent information is here, right? So it looks like regardless, you are the only contact agent, and that's the benefit of having your own website.
I'll tell you guys something, and I've been doing this for 26 years. When you do advertising, the likelihood of Misty throwing a dart into the air and hitting the buyer of the property that she's advertising is zero. That's not what Misty's doing. Misty is throwing a dart into the air in a room of 3,000 of her closest friends to reiterate that this is her career. So it's not one time, it's not two times, it's 17 times. And this is a true story. This has happened to me. I used to be in a running club and I ran with a guy for 6 months every day. And after 6 months, one day he turns around and he goes, what is it you do that you're always available? That every time I call you, you say, I can go out. And I go, oh, yeah, I'm a realtor. And I go, what do you do? And he goes, I'm a realtor. And I go, we are lousy realtors. We had been running together every single day, and neither one of us had shared what we do for a living. Guys, this happens. Your friends forget that you're a realtor. Your family forgets that you're a realtor. The people in your circle of influence need to be reminded. That's what social media is about. It's about Patricia having her 3,000 closest friends in Peru, right, Patricia? Peru? Chile? Where's Patricia from? I think she was from Peru. But wherever it is that she's from, she wants those people to be reminded. Patricia, Vicari, of course, realtor, Miami. Oh, my friend just asked me if I knew anyone in Miami because she wants to buy a property. That's the link. That's the moment. So use your marketing, intelligently, make yourself look the best that you can and try to create that moment, because people are going to forget that you're a realtor. I have people after 26 years, I saw people that say to me, aren't you an accountant? I'm like, do I look like an accountant? They forget. So that's the reason why you're doing this, is you're trying to tell them what you're going to tell them what you're telling them, tell them what you told them, and now explain it to them like they never heard of you before. That's the idea of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, is creating an image and a persona. If nobody has any questions, I wanted to take advantage that we have Bobby. I know his camera was going in and out. Bobby, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, he's under Bobby Valentine. That's his alias. So I always give him a hard time because it sounds like a mafia guy, Bobby Valentine. So Bobby, I wanted to take advantage of the fact that you came back on camera. Guys, for those of you that are new, or those of you that have not joined London Foster yet, Bobby is our owner, CEO, and broker of London Foster. He's also the principal of the company. So, Bobby, is there anything you want to add? Something you want to say?
Yeah, the first thing I want to add is you do look a little bit like an accountant with those glasses on.
Really? Really? With the floppy hair? Wow. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to the glasses, but it's a good look.
Yeah, you think so? It's not a look, Papa. It's that I can't see. I literally cannot even see with these. I'm like doing this the whole time during the training. I'm like zooming in and out because I realize that I'm not nearsighted or farsighted. I'm both.
Okay. Yeah, but no, looks good. Looks good. But yeah, I want to, thank everyone for coming, especially to a marketing training, because of course I'm always a big advocate of marketing. Whether you're selling pencils, or whether you're selling vacuum cleaners, or you're selling real estate, marketing. And I'm sure a lot of people have always hear me say this, but it just can't be said enough. Like and the Facebook ads that Daniel was talking about is really good to know, because Facebook, whether it's Facebook ads, Google ads, or any other kind of social media type of ads or digital ads, it all has a fundamental kind of process to it, as far as how much you're paying per click or per view, or as such. So it's if you can understand Facebook, then you pretty much understand the way most of the digital control panels work, and how it works as far as the cost and the analytics and everything like that. So Facebook is definitely important to learn, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. It's not like you can't just do everything Facebook. No, just like Daniel said, he says, he has a friend that is starting to experience success now, but she's not only doing one thing, she's doing a series of things, and you'll find what's working for you. You'll find exactly how to tweak it, to make it better. Okay. So if you're doing the phone calls and the auto dialer, you'll know how to tweak it to make it better each time. If you're doing the Facebook ads, you'll know how to tweak it if you're, for the next time to get a better results, things like that. So it's only a piece of the puzzle, and it's a big piece of the puzzle. So it's good to know. Thanks, Daniel, for making such a great training. It's really good. It's really helpful. It's not to make you a Facebook professional, but it's to get the wheels turning and get things started for you to get into Facebook. And we're going to have much more marketing
next week.
Training.
Next week, we actually have an amazing training. If you guys it's going to go out today. Daniel's going to be sending out the emails and the advertising. But guys, what's coming next week is exactly what I'm talking about earlier. It's about branding. And if you've never attended, we're very fortunate. We're very blessed. It has a lot to do with the team that we have. But every year, the association assigns us free trainings. And these trainings are the trainers that are actually training at the association. They actually assign it to us. No other realtors get this. It's incredible. But if you've ever gone through a training with Connie Nieto, and you know who she is, because she's the one that talks like she's from Miami, and she wears a cape. Every time she wears a cape. But she is one of the most amazing trainers that they have. I actually fight so that we don't get anyone else but her, because she's just so knowledgeable and she's so in it. And she's actually giving a training to follow this one about branding. So here we talked about social media, and we talked about like the actual step, next step, next step. She's going to talk about branding, about creating an image for yourself and following that image and trying to present yourself in the best way possible. So that's going to be next week. That's going to go out today. I highly recommend everybody who attended this go to it. I love her. She's just, she's really good. And it's just really incredible to see someone who's in the mix, because she's behind the scenes at the association. So she's just the kind of person that knows everything. Like you can call her and say, listen, I need a way of, and she goes, oh, there's an app for that. That's actually the joke that I have for her, is that she says, oh, there's an app for that. There's a this for that. There's a that for that. And I also use her in my 101 trainings, if you guys have ever attended it, because when I started real estate, I actually, because I'm a little OCD, I took the matrix training like 7 times, each one. And back then they only had 3. And it got to the point where Connie was joking with me and saying, guys, Memo's in the class, so I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go to have coffee, because I literally knew. She was like, Memo, you know this better than I do, because I really felt that I needed to take the training 6 or 7 times until I absorbed it. So we've actually become very close, and she's amazing. I love her training. She's just very knowledgeable. So look out for that. And again, you guys can go to londonfoster.net under education and look up the training calendar. We have a very full calendar. Usually we do it every other week, but we're filling in so that we're actually going to be really busy for the next 2 months. And a lot of that has to do with, come on, we've been through a pandemic. November was crazy. December was crazy. January was crazy. So we're trying to get a lot of trainings in. So definitely look into that. Great info. Is there a recorded auto dialer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the auto dialer we used and have used in the past is pretty good. Is called Mojo dialer. That's that they have a much better system. But there's also another one. Daniel, what was the one?
There's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them, and
What was
they
the
each
other
have different
one?
things. They even have a texting one. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but it's as far
So
as the system. Is that I use Mojo
yeah,
dialer.
which is a good one. Okay.
But yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
if nobody else has any questions, I think it's a good time to sign off. Like I said, if look for this in education under londonfoster.net. Daniel's going to be uploading the video. If you ever
Yes.
Oh, I think that.
Yeah, I think you got cut out. Thank you all so much for stopping
Yeah.
by, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I'm putting my information in the chat. My email is daniel@londonfoster.com. And here's my phone number as well. So like I said, if there's any, if you have any questions, if you need help setting up your business account for Facebook or Instagram, feel free to let me know. I would love to help you with that. If you have any ads currently running that you want me to kind of review with you or give you my input, please let me know. Again, I'd love to help you. So I want to make myself available as much as possible. Thank you all for sitting in
I don't know
on
what
this.
happened. I got cut off. But guys, one last thing I
Oh,
want
there
to
you
say
go.
was the 1844. We have an amazing service for our agents, which is the 1844 number. You can find that number at the bottom of londonfoster.net in the main page all the way to the bottom. Bobby has 3 assistants that answer that phone from 9 to 6 p.m. So if you ever have an issue, whether it's accounting, oh, I can't find this, I am lost there, I can't remember this, I can't remember that, anything that you have is an issue, you can always reach out. If you forgot Daniel's number, you need to reach out to Bobby, you need to reach out to accounting, 1844 London F. It's a great resource. And then last but not least, a lot of the questions of marketing, a lot of the questions on education that have come up, they're all available on londonfoster.net on your help desk. If you're in the chat, you'll notice that every single answer I give is it's in the help desk. It's in the help desk. It's in the help desk. Guess why? Because it's in the help desk. We have constantly added questions and answers to that help desk because we realize that Misty is going to remember, oh my God, I need to do a business card at 3 o'clock in the morning, right? And Misty, if you reach out to me at 3 o'clock in the morning, you will fail because my phone will be off. So the help desk will be there. And the same thing for Patricia or Guillermo or anyone else that needs something. It's a great resource for you guys to find quick questions and answers. So definitely visit londonfoster.net under your help desk. Okay, we're going to go ahead and sign off. Oh, hold on. I have 3 more chat questions. Oh, no, it's just
Yeah,
Daniel
I
saying
just
thank you.
noticed I'm seeing everyone here. Hey,
Yeah,
Misty,
yeah.
Logan, Patricia, Tori. Thanks, guys, for
Thank you for sharing your camera. I'll tell you.
showing your camera. Yeah, it's good. It's
Oh
more
my
personal.
God. I'll tell you, when I'm doing a training, I don't know about Daniel, but when I'm doing a training and I have to look at my face the whole time, it gets so boring for me. So
Yeah.
I love seeing you guys' reaction and love the fact that some people shared their camera. For the rest of you that didn't, I see who you are. But I really appreciate the fact that people share their camera because it makes it more dynamic. We feed off of your energy. We want to see what you guys, we want to give you what you guys want to see. And on that note, I also want to share with you guys one last thing, which I want to make sure that everybody looks at. On londonfoster.net, we have a suggestion box. So if at any time, I just had an agent the other day that left London Foster, and she came back actually, but she said to me, oh, it really bothered me that you guys don't record your trainings. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We've been recording trainings for I've been with London Foster 4 years and we've been recording trainings. Bobby spent how much money? Like $2,000 on a camera before Zoom even existed called a Mevo. And I'm like, what are you talking about? We've been recording for years. It's all of it. She had no idea. But instead of looking it up or asking a question or calling the 1844 or going to the help desk or writing in the suggestion box, she just decided, oh, London Foster's not recording it. I have to miss all the training. This is why we do this, guys. We don't do this because we're bored. We don't do this because we have nothing else to do. We have 17,000 things to do. We do this for you. So most definitely, oh, hey, Miss Tori, I see you now. Most definitely, visit the suggestion box. Reach out to us. Go to the 1844. Ask us questions. This is why we're trying to do this. We're not, we don't want to. I'm going to tell you guys a really funny story that happened the other day. We have an agent. she's really lazy, like really lazy. Like she literally texts me, can you send me the contract for this? I'm like, no, it's on, londonfoster.net. Can you send me the account number? I'm like, no, it's on London Foster. And I literally sit there and copy and paste the question and answers for her. So the other day I was talking to one of the realtors and she's like, oh, why don't you just send it? I'm like, because we have 1,030 agents. By the end of this year, we'll be at 1,500. Next year, we're going to be at 2,100. The year after that, we're going to be at $3,000. Guys, what we want to do is create systems and platforms to empower you. If I send Logan the account number every time he goes to make a deposit, do you think Logan will ever look it up? No. If I send it to Misty, Misty's like, you know what? I never even looked through the londonfoster.net. Today, Misty's going to look through every single column and look at all the things. She'll go, man, I missed that. Man, I missed that. Man, I missed that. Guys, we fill it up with stuff, not because we want to fill it up. We fill it up to help you. So take advantage of the resources that we give you. Okay, so we're done, guys. Okay, thank you so much again. And look out for those other trainings. Bobby, thank you so much. Daniel, thank you so much. Everybody who's here, we definitely appreciate it. Miss Lubena is here. Right, I didn't even see that. Lubena is here. Jorge, thank you guys so much. And we're going to go ahead and end this call. And again, look for it at londonfoster.net under education, under the last link, and you will be able to look up this Facebook ad. And we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Great
Take care.
job. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Thank you.